Hello, and welcome to UnKpopular Opinions, a safe space for fans of BTS and other K-pop groups to ask the tough question, what do I think of this? I'm your host, Ginger Nuna, and today is the last part of our three-part series where we determine, once and for all, who of the BigHit Big Three had the strongest debut album, BTS, Tomorrow by Together, or ENHYPEN. For those keeping score at home, BTS earned a respectable B- for Too Cool for School, while TXT leads the way with an A for the Dream Chapter star. Today, we'll discuss the debut of one of the hottest rookie groups of 2020, ENHYPEN, and their album, Border Day 1. ENHYPEN debuted under BigHit Lab on November 30th, 2020. In the BigHit family tree, they're the half-brothers of BTS and TXT, since BigHit Lab was a BigHit subsidiary prior to ENHYPEN's debut. Like BTS and TXT, all 7 members went through the intense K-pop trainee system, but the defining part of their debut journey sets them apart. ENHYPEN was formed on the Mnet reality show Island. In a Big Brother meets Lord of the Flies meets American Idol situation, 24 hopeful trainees battled it out for 7 positions. In the end, Heesung, Jae, Jake, Sunghoon, Jungwon, and Nikki were chosen by global vote, while Sunwoo was chosen by the show's producers. These origins add an interesting dynamic to the group. While all of the members of BTS and TXT trained together for at least a year prior to debuting, the members of ENHYPEN had barely 6 months from the day that they all officially met. Some of the members, like Heesung and Jae, knew each other fairly well, since they trained together at BigHit for over a year prior to being cast. Nikki, on the other hand, had only been a trainee for 8 months when he was cast on Island. To be completely transparent, I don't follow any other groups that were formed on a reality show, but I would hazard a guess that this brief time as a team may impact ENHYPEN's cohesion as a group, at least in the beginning. Now that we have ENHYPEN's unusual origins out of the way, let's dive into the album. Border Day 1 has 6 tracks. Going the BTS route, this includes an intro and an outro, leaving only 11 minutes of music I can butcher while singing in my car. The majority of intro Walk the Line is an English narration by Jake. I think this choice is really indicative of a directional shift in K-pop. While groups in previous generations had to initially find popularity domestically, 4th-gen K-pop is often characterized by its emphasis on appealing to a global market straight away. This also embraces ENHYPEN's image as a global group. Not only were the members chosen through a global vote, but the members themselves represent multiple nationalities: Korean, American, Australian, and Japanese. The narration itself encompasses ENHYPEN's debut concept, the sun rising on the unknown as 7 boys cross the line from child to adult, from trainee to idol. The narration of Intro Walk the Line is a great segue into track 2, ENHYPEN's debut song, Given Taken. The lyrics reiterate the message of Intro Walk the Line over a strong pop beat. The members ask if they were given their debut, or did they take it? Vocally, ENHYPEN falls in between BTS and TXT. Not too similar, but not too distinct. I think this is one of the major downfalls of having a group formed by a global vote. Many fans see each piece of the puzzle, but don't consider what the end result will be. You can have 7 insanely talented people, but if their vocal styles don't mesh, it's not going to sound great. Only time will tell if the combination of the members' talents will be to their advantage. While Given Taken is a really enjoyable song, I want to focus on its music video. This video caused me to shout expletives at my phone. The concept, which was hinted at during their debut teasers, is right up my alley. It's dark and vaguely creepy, and if Ryan Murphy doesn't develop a series based on this music video, I will be incredibly disappointed. It's the love child of American Horror Stories Coven and Hotel, Victorian schoolboys who are turned into vampires. Yes, please. The concept is also hinted at in the lyrics, where the members sing about red eyes, red blood, and white fangs. I would have loved a BTS-style introduction to the members, but just like TXT, listeners have to find other virtual content. What can I say? I'm lazy. My big question with the music video is this: is it risky introducing what appears to be the ENHYPEN alternate universe right away? Both BTS and TXT are known for their AUs. The BTS universe was introduced in their video for I Need You, and TXT's was officially introduced in Nap of a Star, though it's hinted at in Crown. Even though ENHYPEN belongs to BeLift and not Big Hit, many fans have come to assume that an AU is inevitable. Personally, I find AUs overwhelming. It takes a lot of extra time and energy to understand and enjoy them. It's also easy to get too wrapped up in theories to just sit back and enjoy the video. Listeners, if you found ENHYPEN without watching Island and getting to know the members through the show, let me know what you think of the Give and Taken music video. Did it feel like too much too soon, or just a really cool introduction? Okay, enough about Give and Taken. Let's move on to track 3. This is my favorite song on the album, Let Me In, 20 Cube. It's a reggae-infused pop track that's still on the darker side. The lyrics are straight out of a fangirl's dream. After declaring that they will be your boyfriend, the members sing about wanting to join their love interest in their world, or cube. The song was summed up really well during an introduction in their debut showcase. Your world is a fish tank, 20 centimeters long, wide, and tall. I know, even without me, your world is perfect. Still, I tap on your world, tap to make my presence known. If I leap in, your perfect world will churn wild. A tidal wave may surge and swallow us. Still, let me in. Let me inside your world. When we are together, our worlds become wider. I'm in my 30s and even I'm swooning. I can't even fathom how many teenagers found their sexual awakenings in Nicki's Roddy Rot Rot Ra or Sunghoon's Wink. This is peak boy band material. Sexy, but not too sexy. After Let Me In is my least favorite song, 10 Months. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if this song is about puppy love or a literal puppy. There are reputable English translations that allude to both. All I know is that it's an Aegyo nightmare and I want no part of it. The only time I like Aegyo is when it's done ironically and the victim looks like they want to die. A perfect example of this is Heesung. Bless that man for trying. Aside from my personal beliefs, I wonder if it's too soon for Aegyo. The first 2 songs on the album are brooding and sexy. The abrupt concept change really threw me for a loop. The only way I can rationalize it is that it fits the boyfriend theme introduced in Let Me In. The 5th track is Flicker. How I feel about Flicker sums up how I feel about ENHYPEN's debut album. I set my expectations too high, which led to disappointment. For those of you who didn't spend their summer groggily watching Island on YouTube at 7 in the morning, let me provide some backstory. Flicker was one of 7 original songs written for the show. When ENHYPEN was set to debut, I wondered if they would use any of the tracks that had been performed on Island. After all, the original songs were performed by contestants who didn't make it into the group. Would BeLift want to distance ENHYPEN from their Island roots, or embrace them? Once the members treated us to a Halloween performance of Chamber 5, Dream of Dreams, I felt confident that an Island song would be included on their album. When the track list for Border Day 1 was released, I was elated to see that my favorite song, Flicker, made the cut. It makes sense. The song is all about connecting, and that's ENHYPEN's concept. However, the modifications made to the album's version of Flicker really bummed me out. When I first listened to the song, I immediately knew something was off. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, so I compared it to the performance version on Island. The album version is in a higher key. What was once a dark, sexy song about feeling connected had been neutered. Was it to make it less threatening to a younger audience? It certainly wasn't because the original key was too low. Heesung, Jungwon, Sunghoon, and Jake were the original performers. No matter the reason, I went from excited to disappointed in a single bass drop. Also, Flicker is too short. It's intro-interlude length. To make it stand out, they really should have added a bridge. For context, look at the song Serendipity on BTS's Love Yourself Her versus Love Yourself Answer. Overall, all the songs on Border Day 1 are a little on the short side. The album closes with Outro Cross the Line, another track narrated in English by Jake. Unlike the intro, which has a sparkly, hopeful vibe, the outro embraces the dark vibe found in the majority of the album. My main issue with the intro and the outro are that they don't match the Vampire AU. They work very well with the concept of crossing the line. The next time you listen to Border Day 1, I challenge you to start with the outro, skip to Given Taken, and complete the album with the intro. With a few tweaks to the narration, I feel like it fits a lot better, since vampires can't go out in the sun and all. In the end, I have to give Border Day 1 a C. Too few songs, too many concepts. Anyone who's watched Island can tell you that the members of ENHYPEN are talented, but the album itself falls a bit flat. Even though ENHYPEN only had 2 months between Island and their debut, the content for the album must have been in development long before. I'd be genuinely interested to know if there were other songs in the running, and if these 4 were chosen based on who won the show. For instance, Aegyo is known as Sunwoo's specialty. Was 10 months included to give him a chance to shine, even at the detriment of the album as a whole? We may never know. All I can say is the members weren't completely set up for success. Well, there you have it. TXT's The Dream Chapter Star earned an A for a near-perfect debut, BTS earned a respectable B- for Too Cool for School, and ENHYPEN didn't quite live up to their hype with a C for Border Day 1. Join me next time where I share my UnKpopular opinions about the sexualization of ENHYPEN. Until then, send your UnKpopular opinions to unkpopularopinionspod@gmail.com. I'll see you next time, and don't forget to keep questioning.